So we have to be real careful. We have to go through life thinking, am I at the top 2% or am I falling back into the 98%? Because all of us have been given the same skills, right? How many of us know about Oprah? Yes? How many of us know that Oprah was beaten as a child, she was homeless, she was sexually abused, and she knew nobody on the street and was left to die? Right? Did she have any better circumstances than we do?
No, worse.
Worse in some cases, right? But she continued to be top of the 2%. And if you see her coming through her whole life, she's always felt like she needs to give of herself and be more than she can be, right? How many of you guys go to work and say, God, I hate to go to work. I got to go to work today. Well, you know what? Think about it this way. If you were the boss and you had an employee that said, I got to go to work, that's going to carry through your spirit. It's infecting your mind, and it's going to carry through to your actions. And then you're going to wonder why you never get a raise. Because there's no connection. When you make the connection there, then yoga tells us, then you're in what we call alignment. All of your body, all of your spirit, your mind, your body, your essence is all in alignment. It's about making that connection, guys. Right? Next time you go to work, say, I'm thankful for this job. I'm thankful for this job. And then go to work. That's all you have to do. Pretty soon, your mind is going to start changing. You're going to get out of Dukha, and things are going to start changing. Why? Because you're going to change your energy. Because you are changing your perceptions. Because you are changing your own philosophy. You are now beginning to work at the top 2%. Yoga tells us that all the time. Right? But we need to know that. We need to really feel it inside of ourselves. We need to honor ourselves. Right? How about somebody, let me give you another example. How many of you guys know somebody who has said, I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do it this time. I'm really going to do it. And then 2 weeks later, they look worse. What happened? What happened? What happened?
They weren't determined.
Guess. Go ahead. Why do you think they didn't lose weight?
Because they weren't into it. They didn't really have
The drive
to go in.
to succeed. Good. That's true. Because they weren't committed. You have to commit to your life if you're going to succeed, guys. I challenge you guys to try this. And remember that there's a connection, right? There is a connection that we all connect. Let me give you an example. How many of you guys know your professors and know something about your professors that connects you to them? Anybody? No. What have you done to try to make that connection? Have any of you tried to make that connection?
Not really.
Why?
I guess I never felt interested enough.
You sure?
I guess. I mean,
Why over there? Why haven't you made a connection with your professors?
which
You.
like, I don't know, because they're my teachers.
And keep going. And because they're your teachers, what is your thought process?
I don't know, it's kind of like professional, like, this is school, I don't really care about him really. I just care.
Right. But I didn't say personal. I said one thing. So what stops you? Let me see if I'm trying to follow you. You're telling me that you're sort of keeping it at bay, right? because he's professional. What about that happens in your brain? What stops you from doing that? What do you think? They won't care? You don't care? There's no right or wrong answer.
I don't
You don't know? Okay, that's a good thing. All right. You know, it's okay to say, I don't know, guys, because we're learning about ourselves, right? Here, let me give you an example of my thought process when I was in college. I always thought my college professors were too smart, and I always thought, they're not going to care about me. They're not going to care. They don't care. Have any of you guys thought that? Yeah, so you're almost scared to go talk to them, yes? Almost. You're not quite because you know they're there, but almost, okay? So what happens is that's incorrect perceptions. Let me give you a scenario. Let me give you an example. If you took the time to go to your professor and say, like you did today, you said to me, Hola maestra, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo le va? Right? I'm going to remember that he was nice to me, and I'm going to take my initiative to say, thank you very much, and I'm going to take the initiative to look his name up there. Why? Because when it comes to push and shove, when your grade is between that 71% and that 69%, between a C and a D, let's say, I'm going to remember that he went the extra mile, and I'm going to be more inclined to think and say, maybe I should tell him he's really close, and maybe I should help him move up, because we're human. Yes? But if you just walk in and walk out and never take the step past that, you're in the 98%, because 98% of you won't come to me and say hi and give me something about yourselves. But 2% of you will. And those 2%, I guarantee, are going to get an A. Not because of anything, but because it just is the way we are. That's our human self. That is our human self. Right? When you smile at somebody, are you more inclined to smile back?
Yes.
Than if somebody were to look at you like this, would you smile at them? No, probably not. Do you see what I'm saying? So you guys have to choose your life, peeps. You have to choose your life. Do you want a successful life? Then you have to learn to live on that 2%. Go beyond what it takes, right? Or you can fall down into the 98%. That's what yoga tells us about. And it's okay. It's okay. Don't think it's wrong. But if you fall into that 98%, then I'm going to tell you what my dad used to tell me. And excuse me, because this is going to be on YouTube, right? But if you don't complain, right? Don't complain. If you're not willing to do what it takes, don't complain. Don't go and tell your friends that that professor sucks because they gave you a C when you weren't willing to do what it takes. Do you see that? You are in control of your own destiny. No one else is. You are. As long as you're in Dukha and you move through the chakra system and you see that you're out of balance, you're going to get Dukha. Right? And so the opposite of Dukha is Sukha. So you've got two options. You either live in Dukha or you live in Sukha. We're going to see Sukha on Wednesday. Okay? Does it make sense?
Yes.
Right. So when we do our yoga on our mat now, when we get up and do our yoga,